Mueller testified yesterday for several hours, and the hearing proved, and Mueller's hearing proves that 45 and his apologists are fucking liars. 45 and his Republican apologist, including his defense lawyer, who moonlights as the nation's attorney general, do not believe a single word they have said about former special counsel Robert Mueller, the third's report. The GOP has claimed that it shows no collusion or obstruction when the report basically never said that. But Republicans' behavior at Wednesday's hearing, not to mention Republicans' own behavior at Wednesday's hearing, not to mention Mueller's own words, prove they have been lying. Because the report does not and never did say what 45 and his band of inbreeding rednecks claim it says. 45 himself started sending out his what they refer to as nuke Mueller marching orders to Republicans at 6:50 a.m. Wednesday. He assailed this illegal and treasonous attack on our country, meaning the effort to hold him accountable, accused Mueller of being highly conflicted, and referred to Mueller's many Democrat, never Trumper lawyers, never 45er lawyers. GOP committee members slavishly fell in behind the disinformation effort with shameless, reckless, and conspiracy-minded assertions against Mueller. Even as he observed the gag order issued by Attorney General William Barr, Justice Department that he did not discuss matters outside the confines of what he found in the report. It was a heads we win, tails Mueller loses setup. Mueller is limited in what he can say, and then House Republicans attack him for failing to answer questions he barred from answering. But as the day wore on, the outrageousness of the Republican strategy became ever clearer, and their core fear ever more obvious. If Americans take seriously what Mueller and his team found, 45 is in a lot of trouble. And with the passing of the hours, Mueller got increasingly steely. It is not a witch hunt, he snapped when asked about 45's favorite locution. Asked whether 45's answers to him weren't always truthful. Mueller replied generally that 45's words were not truthful. About 45's encouragement of WikiLeaks, he said, problematic is an understatement in terms of what it displays of giving some hope or some boost to what is and should be illegal activity. Let's be clear about what the Mueller testimony wasn't and what it was. It was not about books and movies, despite the popularity of the metaphor that those who had not read the words of the special counsel's report could be riveted by hearing sounds and pictures. Mueller was not cut out to play the superhero role in a blockbuster film, but his steadiness in the face of repeated Republicans' provocations and his unwavering confirmations of his support, genuinely scandalous findings about 45 sent a message. Only a country that doesn't care about the rule of the law has given up on holding the squatter accountable, and is too cowardly to stand up to foreign interference in our elections would simply let all of this go. Wednesday proved a mandate for pressing on. Provided a mandate for pressing on. Late in the Judiciary Committee, Greg Stanton of Arizona underscored what was going on. The attacks on you and your team intensified because your report is damning, Stanton said, and I believe you did uncover substantial evidence of high crimes and misdemeanors. This was kind of coda to the very first set of inquiries from Judiciary Committee of Chairman Jared Nadler, who asked Director Mueller, the squatter has repeatedly claimed that your report found there was no obstruction, and that it completely and totally exonerated him. But that is not what your report said. Is that right? Mueller replied, correct. This is not what the report said. So the report does not exonerate Cheeto, and it does not clear him of any obstruction. And Republican Ken Buck got an answer from Mueller proving the old lawyer's rule that you should not ask a question if you are not sure you will like the answer. You could charge the President of the United States with obstruction of justice after he left office, Buck asked. Mueller replied very simply that yes, you could charge him after he left office. Democrats left no doubt that they see former White House counsel Don McMahon as the linchpin of their future efforts, much as John Dean, another White House counsel, was devastating to 45. Richard M. Nixon in the Watergate, to President Richard M. Nixon in Watergate, in response to several lawmakers, Mueller reiterated that 45 told McGann to get the special counsel fired, and then pushed his staff to falsify records about the request. The fight for McGann's testimony will be the scandal's Armageddon. Two moments brought home why Wednesday marked just one step on a long road. Representative Veronica Escobar, who's a Democrat for Texas, closed the morning session this way. It now falls on us to hold 45 accountable. An Intelligence Committee Chairman, Adam Schiff, who's Democrat for California, ended the afternoon hearing with a peroration on the many questions still answered about what 45 had done. We must find out, he said of Congress. It must, and no amount of post-hearing can change that. So, yep.